right, let's dive right in. If you're an entrepreneur in India, one of the very first and honestly most important decisions you'll ever make is how to legally structure your business. Get this right, and it sets the stage for everything to come.
So picture this. You've got that light bulb moment, that incredible idea that just might change everything. You're excited, you're ready to go, you're ready to build.
But hang on. Before you make a single rupee, you hit a fork in the road. And this choice, well, it's a big one. It's going to define how you pay taxes, how you get funding, and, maybe most importantly, how much of your own personal stuff is at risk.
So let's start with the most straightforward path. This is the classic lone wolf approach to business. The sole proprietorship.
It's pretty much what it sounds like. It's just you. You are the business, and the business is you. There's no legal separation. This is super common for freelancers or your local corner store owner when they're just starting out, mostly because it's just so simple to get going.
And here's the fundamental trade-off, right? On the one hand, you're the boss. Total control, you make decisions in a snap, and you keep all the profits. Sounds great. But on the other side of that scale is one massive, kind of scary risk: unlimited personal liability.
And this is what that means. If your business gets into debt or, let's say, gets sued, there's no legal wall between your business assets and your personal assets. We're talking your car, your house, it's all on the line. And that single point is often why people start looking for another way.
The limits of going it alone, especially when it comes to money and skills, naturally leads you to think, hey, maybe I should bring someone else in on this. And that brings us to the next step up, the partnership.
A partnership is all about pooling your strengths. Think of two friends starting a new design studio. One's amazing at sales, the other's a creative genius. A partnership lets them combine their cash, their skills, and their contacts to create something way bigger than either of them could alone.
This chart kind of breaks it down for us. You can have up to 50 partners, and you absolutely need a partnership deed to spell everything out. But take a look at that third row. See that word unlimited again? Yep, the big liability problem, it's still here, and now you're sharing it. And this is where that phrase, unlimited, joint, and several liability, gets really serious. It means that if your partner makes a bad decision and racks up a huge debt, the creditors can come after you for the whole thing, not just your half. Your personal assets are still on the table. It's exactly this problem that led to some more modern options. So how do you get around this huge problem of unlimited personal risk? Well, that's where modern legal structures come in. They were literally designed to solve this issue, giving entrepreneurs some really powerful new choices.
Okay, first up is the Limited Liability Partnership, or LLP. And honestly, this was a total game changer. It's a hybrid. It's like taking the flexibility of a partnership and mixing it with the protection of a company. It's the best of both worlds.
What an LLP does is it creates a legal wall, a firewall, between your personal life and your business life. Your risk is capped at what you put into the business. So you're not on the hook for your partner's mistakes, and the business itself is its own entity that can sign contracts. It's a huge step up. Now, the LLP is perfect for teams, but what about our solo entrepreneur? What if you still want to be that lone wolf, but you want the legal protection that an LLP offers? Is there a way to do that?
Yes, there is. Say hello to the one-person company, or OPC. This is a really powerful structure designed specifically for solo flyers in India, whether you're a consultant, a creator, or even a tech founder who just isn't ready for a co-founder yet.
Now, I know what you're thinking. At first glance, this just sounds like a proprietorship with a fancy name, right? One person owns the whole show. But there is one single fundamental difference that changes absolutely everything.
And there it is. The OPC is a separate legal entity. That's the whole game. Unlike a proprietorship, if the business goes under, creditors can't come after your house. It gives you the freedom of being a sole owner, but with a corporate shield protecting you.
Okay, now we're talking about the big leagues, forming a private or a public limited company. This is where your business officially becomes its own separate legal person in the eyes of the law, totally distinct from you, the owner.
These features are what make a company so attractive for high-growth businesses. It has its own legal identity. It can literally outlive its founders. Of course, you get that limited liability we've been talking about. And crucially, this structure is designed to let you raise serious money from outside investors.
And this table breaks down the two main flavors. A private company is for a smaller, tight-knit group up to 200 shareholders, and you can't just sell shares to the general public. A public company, on the other hand, can have an unlimited number of shareholders, and it can raise money from anyone, say by listing on the stock market.
So we've looked at this whole landscape of options, right? From the super simple proprietorship all the way to the complex public company. How in the world do you actually pick the right one for your business?
This table really brings it all home. You can see a clear pattern here. As you move from left to right on this chart, you gain that crucial legal separation and limited liability. But the trade-off is you also take on more rules, more regulations, and more paperwork.
And remember, this is so much more than just ticking a box on a form. This decision is the legal and financial bedrock of your entire business. It's going to dictate your personal risk, your ability to grow, and even your exit strategy down the line. So, I'll leave you with this question. You know your business has potential. The real question is the legal structure you choose going to be a launch pad that helps it soar or a cage that holds it back? It's your call. Choose wisely.